So let's say you're playing a little new tune on the piano and you go to bed right afterwards. Once you wake up, you'll be 20 to 30% better at that tune than if you wouldn't have went to sleep. So, there's this guy called Matthew Walker, and he's a professor of neuroscience and psychology, and he wrote the book, Why We Sleep. So I'm going to tell you a bunch of bad things if we don't go to sleep, just because we remember bad things better than we do good things. So, if we get a lack of sleep, that'll prevent your brain of making new memories. If you're pulling an all-nighter trying to study for some test, sucks to be you, I guess. Also, a lack of sleep leads to an increased development of a toxic protein in the brain called beta amyloid. That's associated with Alzheimer's disease. Yeah, it's in this deep sleep that the brain clears these toxins, and the buildup of that protein leads to a greater risk of developing dementia later in life. So, if you want a bit of dementia and a good bit of, Alzheimer's disease, carry on. The next one's kind of bad. In men, 5 to 6 hours of sleep, we have a testosterone level of someone 10 years older. Yeah. 4 to 5 hours of sleep, there is a 70% reduction in critical anti-cancer fighting immune cells called natural killer cells. And, well, short sleep predicts a risk of multiple cancers, bowel, prostate, or breast. And that link between cancer and sleep is so strong that the World Health Organization decided to classify any form of nighttime shift work as a probable carcinogen. Yeah, it's during this deep sleep that you receive a blood pressure medication. Your heart rate drops and your blood pressure goes down. But if you don't get sufficient sleep, you won't get that reboot of the cardiovascular system, so your blood pressure rises. If you get 6 hours of sleep or less, well, you get a 200% risk of a fatal heart attack or a stroke later on in life. There's a global experiment performed on 1.6 billion people twice a year, and that's called the daylight savings time. In spring, we lose an hour of sleep. Well, we see a subsequent 24% increase in heart attacks. So, a good amount of hours to stay awake is 16, until there's a decline in brain function or impairments within your body. If you stay awake for 19 hours to 20, your mental capacity is just as impaired as someone who is legally drunk. I'll leave it there, boys. Good night. Get that good sleep.